Juckfingers.
Obviously I'm Irish, I played in MSG.
Yeah.
They saw the kind of little bit of a niche there, and
What was that like?
yeah, that was class, man.
Yeah.
Just being in New York for that whole thing, and you know, fucking just man, I don't know. Like I said, like I feel like I belong there. You know, I feel like that's where I should be. I should be at the pinnacle of the sport, and yet again, I performed under the pressure. You know what I mean? And to fight in such a great, iconic venue at this age and this stage of my career was something I'll never forget. I'm a hardcore worker, man. I just move on to the next and I forget about it a little bit. So now that memory is there, but I don't sit and dwell on it. I'm on to the next one, which is my next challenge. You know, I was a quiet enough kid. I had a good set of mates. None of us are really big troublemakers. We do a few knick-knacks, and you know yourself. My mum split from my dad when I was very young, and I always felt kind of, you know, a little bit like frightened of the world, because I never knew what was going on. I lived with my nanny for 6 years, and I saw my mum worked a lot, and my dad, I didn't see my dad often, and so my nanny kind of raised me. So I wasn't really guided from the early years as well as I probably should have been. I always felt scared, like I was saying earlier. I always felt scared of what was going on around me. But got into football, and you know, gradually kind of growing in confidence, and you know what I mean, I was growing into myself, got good, like I said, good friends in school, so I felt like I had a bit of security. So then growing up here was a little bit easier. We'd go off like walking out and play football all day. You know yourself as a kid.
You kept distracted.
Yeah, we just kept distracted, and then the time came when I stopped playing football because I was just shy. And I came across MMA, and it took me, man, a long while to convince her to let me join, because I was 13, I only had gotten braces, and I was our mammy's boy, and she just didn't want to see me being hurt, and you know, all that jazz that goes with it. And then I ended up fucking convincing her. So I remember I played my last game of football, and then the next week I joined
straight away off the bat.
Straight away, no messing about, because I knew, why am I putting all this energy into something that I'm not getting anything back from? Because I wasn't getting played much, and it was frustrating for me as someone who had so much to enjoy. So then I ended up going into MMA, and the rest is history. But this area has kind of a bad name, because it's when you're in positions like this that all that shit starts to really show, that, you know, like all the negatives and all that stuff is kind of comes into fruition now in my life or everyone else's life, when they kind of lose a bit of self-control and lose a bit of their composure, and once you start to slip, it's a slippery slope to get back to where you are. And you know, thankfully, something I can pride myself on is that I just me willpower to just never give up with myself, even though I gave up with myself for a long while. You know, and I was having days where I would just sit there bleeding, crying in my room, and like out of frustration, like why am I making these decisions? Why am I not getting better? Like what am I doing? Well, obviously I wasn't doing the things to get myself better. And then, you know,
you were just doing things that you knew would get you a bit better, but you weren't getting to where you wanted to get to.
Exactly. I really found out then at a certain point that, you know, fighting was my identity, and that's what I was put on this planet to do. And the more I stopped doing that, the more I was starting to fucking dwell on the little things that didn't matter really, and I just said, nah, I need to get back fighting. And then COVID was a big kick up the hole for me, because, you know, I was working with Aldi at the time. I was fucking so busy in Aldi, and my mum and dad weren't working, and my mum said that, like, weren't working, but they weren't together, but we all lived together. So me, my mum, my stepdad, my little sister, my mum and dad hated each other. We all living in under the one roof, so it's very hostile.
It doesn't give you personal space either. Exactly. You know the way sometimes you need to just be in a room for an hour, and then that's it. Like, so. Exactly,
and in a roundabout way, I'm grateful for actually having a job at that time, because I reckon I would have cracked up even worse. An eye-opening experience that, like, I have to be in control of my life a little bit more better here, because if I don't, I'm just going to end up fucking slipping over and over and over and blaming this person, that person, everyone else, bar myself. And I felt like I was under this delusion of, you know what I mean, being doing drugs and drinking all the time, and and blaming everyone else but myself, because you think, nah, I'm grand, I can stop this whenever, you know what I mean? But you actually can't, you know what I mean? Like, unless you actually have the will to do it. And I actually got to the point where I was like, no, this needs to change, like. And then I started to reflect on everything I've done, all the work I've put in over the last few years, and all the last 10 odd years. You know, all that work for what? For me to just throw it away, you know what I mean? And then the guilt started kicking in. He's like, nah, I owe it to myself and my family, because when I first started fighting, it was to do it for my family, to make us all have a comfy or cushy life. And you know, when I was seeing them at home, and during COVID, I was like, I need to get back fighting because I want to wipe my mum, gaff and my dad, gaff, get them away from each other, and then we can all live our separate lives and be happy, you know what I mean? And I really saw that aspect of it, and I was like, right, I need to get back doing it. So I was gradually doing bits of training myself. I'd be training with Barry, and I was gradually getting back in myself. I started to do more running, and you know, build up the process. Now one day I just got up the nerve to text John about coming back training, and I texted him and he said, you know, you're more than welcome down here anytime. Considering I fucking fought a load of SBG lads in the past, so yeah, I got on to John, and here we are.
Here we are, bro.
Sometimes say things I shouldn't probably say and get myself into bits of trouble or whatever it is, or
well, it's been good trouble, bro. You're the headline in the arena. Like, do you know, sometimes you're
I'm in control of my own destiny, and you know, getting the fight here, such a big main event in such a big iconic arena, you know what I mean? I just feel like it's destiny for me, you know what I mean? And it's something that I've always, like, I always like to have that weight on my shoulders to know that I'm going to do it myself, and like that to stand in the position that so many other great fighters have done, to do what so many other great fighters have done by my own way, you know what I mean? I'm set out there to achieve great things and do it all my way, you know what I mean? Obviously, you'll be in the shadow of McGregor a little bit throughout your career, because that's only natural because of who he is and what he's done.
But you know, I think it helps that you're doing it for PFL, so there's obviously going to be less of that, because Ian Gary straight away, as soon as he started making headlines, straight away everyone was comparing him to Conor McGregor because he was in the UFC. But maybe people are going to be compared to you because you're the first one to do it in PFL.
That's it, like I kind of always wanted to write my own history, you know what I mean? And even when the lads are fighting on Bellator, I only got the one fight deal initially, and you know, it worked out for me in the end because I actually got more opportunities this way. But there was a point where I was like, nah, I want to write my own destiny. I don't want to go Bellator, I don't want to go Cage Warriors. I want to kind of create my own destiny. And fucking luckily enough, I actually got the opportunity for PFL. I fought on that Centurion show, and that was on the Friday night. On the Tuesday, John texted me saying, John, I'm fighting 4 weeks in PFL. I was like, fucking right, I do, He goes, right, go out and put this lad away handy. So I went out and finished him in a minute and a half. And I was like, right, let's fucking go. And then I went in and got the PFL card. I just got 4 weeks later. Literally came out fresh as a daisy, so 4 weeks later, and here we are, the rest is history. I know, man, I know what I'm capable of doing, and he's just another man in my way to stop me from getting where I want to go, and you best believe I'm not going to let him stop me, you know what I mean? So all I can do is go in, bulldoze this motherfucker in a quick fashion, hopefully, and on to the next one. And then from there, then opportunities will come my way. I know they will. Headlining an event like this in the street arena, with all the pressure on me, everything that's going for me, you know what I mean? If I pull this off, or when I pull this off, I should say, you know what I mean? The only thing that's going to open for me is doors, and that's what I'm looking forward to doing, is just opening the next door, which leads into the next one, which leads into the next one. And one fight at a time, I'm starting to make myself a little bit of history and writing a bit of legacy for myself, you know what I mean? And I'm only getting me socks wet at the minute, you know what I mean? So I'm in this for the long haul, you know what I mean? So this is going to be my 11th pro fight. It's going to be my 8th pro fight in over 2 years. Think about that in context. Like, it's going to be my 11th fight, but 8 of them have been over the last 2 years. So my activity has been through the roof. I'm feeling more in the swing of things than I've ever felt. I'm more in sync with my mind, my body, my skill set. Everything that's involved is gradually just coming together for me, and I'm gonna over the next 2-3 years, you're gonna see like one of the best mixed martial arts ever come out of the country. Purely a fact, and that's the goal I have in my head. The atmosphere in here is going to be electric. The crowd are going to have me back all the way. I'm going to be bringing in a performance. I'm going to have to want to put on a performance that just, you know, has all the fans in amazement, and really gains their trust and gains their love. And coming every single time for a finish, regardless. I'm coming to dominate. I'm coming to be a ruthless motherfucker. You know what I mean? I'm not coming here just to tip tap for 3 rounds and try to outpoint someone. I'm here to fucking win. I'm here to do damage. You know what I mean? So that's what's going to set me out from the rest. I think it's someone who has this perseverance to put on exciting fights and do really good things, while obviously still trying to get as many fights in as I can over the next few years. So if people are on board with me, they're going to see an exciting fighter who's always coming to bring the fight, who's vicious and who's just mad for violence. So if you're a fight fan, you can't really ask for anything more, you know what I mean?
Perfect, right?